Buffalo Fanatics. It's Don Brown. Yeah, I'm a fanatic. I'm a Buffalo fanatic.
Hey,
play good, be humble.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy.
I'm a Buffalo fanatic.
Back at it again.
I'm a Buffalo fanatic.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, we needed that win. We needed that win. Boy, did we need that win. I'm going to tell you something, man. For weeks, I've been getting DMs and Facebook messages and all that stuff, and Facebook DMs. Listen, man, Taylor Rapp is a bum. Taylor Rapp is our most physical player on the team aside from Dorian Williams. Taylor Rapp had a phenomenal game today. His best game as a Bill. That, you guys don't understand, that open field tackle on Breece Hall on the sideline was massive. That saved us. That play and resulted in a missed field goal clank off that. Taylor Rapp did that, fam. Taylor Rapp breaks up a pass in the middle of the field, actually in the end zone with him and DeMar Hamlin. Both those boys come in and lodge a ball from Garrett Wilson. And then the play before the interception, Taylor Rapp yet again comes in, knocks the block off whoever the receiver was. Well, Taylor Rapp was on something tonight. Y'all can't hate on that. Yo, big shout out to Taylor Rapp and the defense today, man. I knew Babbage and McDermott were going to try to put something together. I knew they were not going to allow us to lose this game. Obviously, there are a few things that I do want to touch on the Jets side of the football. But right now, this is a moment for Bills fans to actually enjoy this little moment. To enjoy this little moment. Because there's more games to go. But the fact that this was a away game, number one. The fact that this was one of those games where it's a nitty-gritty division game against the Jets of all people, the team that we hate the most, fam, no way. Ain't no way. Ain't no effing way. I am absolutely thrilled about how this game ended. Now, there were some ugly moments, though. Let's keep it a buck. There were some absolutely ugly moments. These refs, bro. These refs. Dude, 22 penalties this game. 22. 22 penalties called. You got to pick your shit up 22 times, bro. That's nasty work. Let these boys play, man. They tried to make this game about themselves, bro. And some of these calls were absolutely horrible. I think it was Deion Dawkins or was it Spencer Brown? Spencer Brown makes an absolutely great block and drives his guy into the turf, and they call that unnecessary roughness? You played to the whistle. Play to the whistle, man. Now, did I hear Spencer Brown's name far too often? Heck yeah. I heard it way too often for my liking. Real talk. I want nothing to do with that. But there were some calls today, bro. That was like, come on, seriously? AJ Epenesa's sack, I get it. Fine, he put a little weight on Aaron Rodgers. There was some weight on him. Fine, I'll give you that. But there were some calls today, bro. I was like, nah, bro. You guys are just trying to be too involved in this game. But folks, welcome to another post-game show with your boy Rico. My man Z-Bot was supposed to be around for this, but he's at the game with my guy Bartek. Maybe he's listening. Maybe he'll call in while he's in the car if his Wi-Fi is legit. But I gotta listen. I gotta say this though. The Jets needed this win just as much as the Bills did. We've been talking about this all week. Who's got the most pressure on them to win this game? We didn't know. I took a poll today to ask, how do folks feel about this game? Going into this game, do you feel good going into it? Bro, it was right down the middle. Right down the middle, split. There was not one saying I feel great more than the other. There wasn't one that was feeling awful. It was right down the middle. They were just, I'm not sure. I'm teetering back and forth. I felt that 60%. I was at a 60 out of 100 in my confidence in this team winning. Z-Bot had 40%. He was not feeling good. Not because he didn't believe in this team. He just knew that like 40%, he didn't feel good about it. Injuries, who's going to play, who's not going to play. Then he also mentioned, but I know what the Jets have, and I don't like what the Jets have either. So I'll take my team over, but I'm still not confident. But boy, did we come in and do what we needed to do. Did we come in and do what we needed to do? Now, I need to ask y'all something. Be real. Did you guys notice something about this run game today? Did you guys notice something about this run game today? Sweet baby Ray Davis was an absolute dog today. Sweet baby Ray Davis was a dog. You guys understand what I've been trying to tell you? I like James Cook. I really do. I've come to admit to you guys that I do like him. Was I hard on him? Yes. Will I continue to be hard on him? Absolutely. You know what I wanted to see? This type of running. That's the type of style of running back that I like. Bruiser back, can catch out the backfield, will pop you in pass protection. Ray Davis, dog. Absolute dog today. Ray Davis today, 20 carries, 97 yards, had 5 yards a pop, 4.9 yards a pop, 5 yards a pop today. This absolutely gives the offense an ability to just chill out and let James Cook marinate. Let him marinate. Let him marinate and get healthy. So now when he comes back, well, we got a healthy 1-2 punch. You saw what it looked like when somebody came back too soon. You saw it, Khalil Shakir. He came back way too soon. He wasn't the Khalil Shakir that we are used to. And I don't blame him. He's trying to fight as hard as he can to come back into this. Well, man, Ray Davis, Ty Johnson, that combo is legit. Now you guys understand what I've been trying to tell you when I was super excited about Ray Davis. You guys didn't understand it. Oh, you just glazed it. Nah, bro, you saw it for yourself. And that was against a number 2 defense. The number 2 rated defense in the league. CJ Mosley coming back. Bro, Ray Davis is a mother effing dog. Put some respect on Ray Davis' name now. I've been trying to tell y'all since offseason. Now you know. Now you see the difference. James Cook, I love James Cook. James Cook makes a cut. He can take it for 60. But you go, you blow on that, brother. He down. Ray Davis? Nah, bro. You gonna have to take the whole gang's gonna have to take me down. Ray Davis, solid contributor. And the catch downfield. Now he bobbled that bitch a little bit. But the point is this: Josh Allen trusted him downfield. Josh and the offense trusted him to run the football. That's what you needed. And against a solid defense in the Jets. Bro. Big shout out to my guy, Ray Davis. Big shout out to Ray Davis. Let's talk about Josh Allen, folks. Let's talk about Josh Allen. Josh Allen continues to have games where he doesn't give you the football. Josh Allen is not turning the football over. And you see the difference. You see the difference. We're not giving the ball back to the opposition. We're not giving the ball back to the ops. We're keeping it. And it allows us to create something for ourselves. Today, the Bills were 5 for 11 on third downs. What have I been talking about the last 3 weeks to y'all? We're not good. We're not good on third downs. We're not good on third downs. We're hitting at a 30% rate. That's horrible. How are you supposed to win games doing that? How are you supposed to win games? How do you give yourself a chance to do that? Today was the day. Today was the day we were much more improved. Just a little under 50%. 5 for 11. What was it, like 47%? I would say. I'll take that. I mean, give yourself a shot at least. Give yourself a shot. And that's exactly what we needed. But Josh Allen's day, 19 for 25, 215 yards, almost 9 yards a pop, 9 yards average a throw, 2 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, a 127.9 rating. Bro, I'll take that all day. I'll take that. It's not a gaudy 400 yards passing. It's not. But you know, when you get those 400-yard passing games, Josh is taking some chances now. He's taking some chances. So this was a general today. He was a game manager, and he made plays when he needed to. And the one thing that stood out to me the most was him. I love the great play called by Joe Brady. Joe Brady made him take that snap, make it look like he's going this way, boot to the left. First down, game over. Send these boys packing home. We out of here. We're leaving this dump. I almost want to leave Tyler Bass's ass in New Jersey, but we'll talk about it in just a little bit. We'll talk about that just in a little bit. So, folks, Josh Allen, solid game today and no turnovers. We continue to have these games with no turnovers. It allows us to stay in these games unless we're getting our asses waxed by the Ravens. I mean, the Ravens absolutely whooped our ass. They whooped us. We absolutely were in the game against the Texans. This easily, folks, is a 4-1 team. This is easily a 4-1 team. 5-1, excuse me. But here we are. We're 4-2. I'll take it. So Josh Allen, well done, sir. Only took 2 sacks, allowed 2 sacks today. And those sacks, he took one against Quinn Williams when he tried to run. So really, I'll give him the 1 sack. They'll take that 1 sack they can have. The offense today, 33 rushes today. 20 for Ray Davis, 97 yards, 4.9 yards a pop, 15-yard long. I was really hoping that when we were in the red zone and we got flagged and we got back to Ray Davis ran us right back to the 1-yard line, I thought they were really going to reward him. Reward the rookie, man. Let him get in the end zone. Let the rookie get in the end zone and get his touchdown with his yardage. But they had to give it to Josh. I mean, listen, semantics, right? I'm picking and choosing at this point. But I'll take this run game today. 33 rushes to Josh's 25 attempt passing. Chef's kiss. That's how you do it to him. That's how you do it to him. And here's the beautiful thing about this. The trust they had in Ray Davis. 20 carries. Josh Allen had 9 carries. Ty Johnson with 4. Ty Johnson usually has more touches than that. He's usually around 6 to 8 touches. 4 touches for Ty Johnson. That tells you how much trust they have in my guy, Ray Davis. So big shout out to Ray Davis. Big shout out to the running game. Solid. There was a game plan today, and it was not to shy away from running the football. And that's what we did. Love it. Now, here's my problem, folks. I got to be real. I'm still not thrilled about what we have at the receiver room. If we're going to be completely honest with one another, still not happy with what we have at the receiver room. I'll tell you what I mean by that. So our leading receiver today, as it should be, was Dalton Kincaid. Dalton Kincaid today, off of 7 targets, he had 6 receptions for 51 yards. We wanted this, remember? If you're going to not have everybody at 100%, Curtis Samuel got a toe issue. He's playing. You got Khalil Shakir dealing with a lower extremity leg injury, whether it's a toe or ankle. He came in, gutted it out. Fair. Kincaid was the right call to feature him, but I would have loved way more. But other than that, listen, Ray Davis, 55 yards, was our leading receiver in terms of yards. Yet Curtis Samuel had that big reception for 38 yards. But after that, null and void. He's 3 receptions for 44 yards. Keon Coleman got a little hot near the end. Didn't really involve him too much. I'll talk on Keon Coleman just a little bit because I feel that they need to get him more involved in certain plays specifically. But Dawson Knox with a touchdown reception. Khalil Shakir, obviously 2 receptions for 19 yards. And Matt Collins had that 1 reception with a touchdown reception, right? Off of 2 targets. Not a bad day for the room. But when push comes to shove, when you really need a play to happen, you're going to need that X receiver. There's got to be a moment. There's going to be a moment that Brandon Beane has got to make a call. You can't go with this crew here. I'm not hating on the crew, but it's just not going to be good enough for when we really need to make these playoffs and make that playoff push. Right now, we have a great lead in the AFC East. We're up 2 games. I'll take that, and we roll. But right now, when your second leading receiver is Curtis Samuel and Ray Davis, this is where I have a problem. Now, Khalil Shakir is still nursing his injury. So, you know what? Somebody, it's a great question. Can MVS run the ball? Like, shit, like, I don't know what this guy's on the team for. Like, what are you here for? What exactly are you here for? Golly. But there are some things that we definitely need to work on. We'll definitely have to work on some things, but it is what it is at this point. It is what it is at this point. So offensively, we did some good things today. We certainly stood out. We certainly executed the plan that we had in place, and that was establish yourself in the run, establish yourself, establish the run. We did that. They weren't able to stop it. I mean, you saw it. Where Ray Davis was averaging almost 5 yards a pop. So it wasn't that they could stop it. Quentin Williams, you had all those boys on the team. CJ Mosley came back. It didn't matter. The line had something in place, and we executed. That's what it comes down to. So that was a big one for me. Love to see it. But the receiver room, we're gonna have to tweak it. Where we tweak it, how we tweak it, when we tweak it. I'm hoping in the next few weeks, because today's display on offense, it just showed me that we're lacking one more. We're lacking one more. Whether it's Devontae Adams, Amari Cooper, somebody available. T. Higgins, I doubt they're going to trade T. Higgins. They're going to keep him over there. And right now, the least expensive is Amari Cooper. He's the one that is the most affordable. And you bring him, he automatically makes his offense much better. Automatically. So we'll see. We'll see how it all plays out. But like what I saw, it was good. It was great. Josh obviously had that fumble in today's matchup. I mean, it was a tough one, but it is what it is. I'm glad we got it back, and we were able to do what we needed to do. But for the most part, love what I saw. Let's go to the defensive side of the ball, folks. Defense. Taylor Rapp. I already talked about how great Taylor Rapp was today. Solid job by Taylor Rapp. Love that he came back. Welcome back, my guy. Taylor Rapp, 5 solo tackles, 8 total, with 3 pass breakups, and 2 crucial pass breakups that would have resulted in a very big time first down. And on top of that, it actually broke up the reception that could have been in the end zone. So that's how we got to keep it. I'm loving what I'm seeing here. My man Canadian Border, what's up? He goes, Rico, sometimes your takes are a little off. He says, it's scheme, my guy. Joe Brady is learning, and the receivers need to be schemed open. Everyone wants a big name receiver. Look where they got us with Diggs. Fair. Maybe you're missing the point I'm trying to make here. It's cool right now. You can scheme it all you want, but when you go up against a good defense, and then you go up against an offense that matches, and now we have to rely on one guy to beat his man, we don't quite have that right now. Mac Hollins is not just one-on-one beating his man all the time. He doesn't have the separation for that. Keon Coleman, we know he doesn't have the separation for that, right? You can see it. It's evident. These first 6 games. The one guy on the squad that's got the speed, that's got the separation, is our guy Khalil Shakir, but he's nursing an injury. But when it comes to playoff time, bro, we're going to need everything we got, man. Everything we got. You can scheme everything. Every scheme is supposed to work. Essentially, on paper, it's supposed to work. You got to beat your guy on the sideline. You got to beat him between the lines. If you're not beating him, scheme me open all you want. You know what I mean? I gotta execute and beat my guy. So I get what you're saying, brother. I really do. Scheme does play a part, but you gotta beat the guys across from you. And we haven't been doing that well enough, at least in my opinion. At least I'll say that, at least in my opinion. But anyway, let's move to the defense, folks. So Teron Johnson, great job. Hamlin had a decent game today. Decent. He was getting in there, getting dirty. I see a big theme today, because I think last week we got pushed around by the Texans. We got pushed around. We got bullied. We got bullied even more in Baltimore. Today or tonight, it felt like these guys were a lot more physical. Rasul Douglas being physical, right? We saw that. It was very clear as day, right? Dorian Williams always being physical. Loved it. So there was Taron Johnson being back, changes the game completely. You saw that. He got beat on a slant earlier in the game. The very next play comes in and knifes in and creates a great tackle in the backfield on Breece Hall. Great physicality, man. We need it to be physical, and that's what you get when you gain your guys back. When you gain your guys back and they're healthy, this defense is a lot different. It's a lot different. Now, we allowed 23 points today, and we allowed over 400 yards of offense. So that's obviously something we got to clean up. We got to clean up, but when plays need to be made, we made them at the end of the day. The interception at the end of the game, that's what matters. Turn the ball over, and we did. Taron Johnson coming in with that interception that was prime. That's prime, man. I saw him. He got his back pedal. He got his depth, right? Then he swept his hips, turned his head. He did a speed turn. As soon as he did a speed turn, turn around, balls in the air. It's mine. It's mine. Now, how they continue to let Mike Williams come on the field, I just don't get it. I've never been a fan of Mike Williams. And when the Jets signed Mike Williams, I was like, what an awful, awful signing. Not because he's a terrible player, but it didn't match. It didn't match. Inconsistent in staying healthy, inconsistent in catching the football. And you saw it today. Just not great, man. Not great. Let me see what Mike Williams did today. He was targeted 3 times for 0 receptions. And of those three targets, 2 of them were off target, and it was him making an opportunity to try to make a play. He couldn't make a play. Come on now. So that's what I noticed about that over here. But anyways, defensively, solid day today. 63 total tackles today. We had 5 QB hits and 8 passes broken up today. 8 passes broken up. You love to see it. You absolutely love to see it. And obviously 3 sacks. 2 by AJ Epinesa, which I absolutely loved, and 1 by Daquan Jones. We were on it today, folks. We were absolutely on it. Love to see what this defense was able to do. Now, special teams. Special teams, man. Tyler Bass, 1 for 2 today on field goals. Oh, man. Listen, man, it misses an extra point. I like Tyler Bass, man. I do. I want Tyler Bass to be our kicker for a long time. We drafted him. We brought him to the squad. He was doing well. You know what I mean? And he got himself a contract, but my gosh, guys, right now, Tyler Bass is an 80% field goal kicker. He's an 80% field goal kicker right now. Today, obviously going 1 for 2. He nailed one, from just under 40 yards, and he missed one from 47 yarder. One from 29 yards, he made it just shy of 30, and he missed a 47-yard field goal. Bro, Tyler Bass is, I don't want to say he's a liability, but he's becoming a liability, man. That's the word that's coming to me right now. He is becoming a liability. You can't trust him. You can't trust Tyler Bass, man. Fam, had we been down, but let's just say we lost by 1. That's on Tyler Bass. Lose by field goals. Tyler Bass, bro. That's 4 points he left off the board. I get it. He made the one that counts, but that's a chip shot. That's an extra point. You already missed that earlier. Tyler Bass, man. I want to like this guy a lot, and I do. But this guy's becoming a problem because there's going to come a time when we do make it to the playoffs, and we need him to make a game-saving field goal or a game-winning field goal if we're down by 1 or 2. You got to come in and you got to depend on you. His first kick was a shank. Even the announcers were like, whoa, what was that? What was that? Unbelievable, man. Absolutely unbelievable. By the way, Patrick, what's up, Patrick? He goes, yo, good night, Rico and family. Even after the prevent meltdown, as usual, 8 seconds to go, that resulted in a Hail Mary, that BS freaking call on Epinesa sack. We won this game. Let's go. Honestly, we'll get into that. Right? But, yo, Tyler Bass, though, real talk. If I'm Brandon Beane, I got to bring another kicker in. I gotta bring another kicker in, and I got to be serious about this. I got to be serious. But they're not going to do it. They're going to keep Tyler Bass. It's the worst part. They're going to keep Tyler Bass until he misses an egregious kick that costs us huge, and then they'll want to make a decision. Oh, having to and you paid this guy. You paid this guy big money. And here we are. Talk about Tyler Bass. I don't want to have to talk about a damn kicker. We talk about Tyler Bass. We talk about practice. We talk about Tyler Bass here. Why? But here we are. We got no choice. We absolutely have no choice. By the way, big shout out to each and every one of you guys tuned in to this game, to this stream. I appreciate y'all very much so. You guys have been fantastic all year and plenty more games to go. So we very much appreciate you tuning in and hanging out with your boy. And you guys know I'm always going to be appreciative of that. But let me tell you something, man. A win is a win. A win is a win, and I'm appreciative of it. And we want to continue to get these dubs. These dubs don't come by easy. They don't come by easy. But when you can get them in the conference, you can get them in the division, and against the Jets, the trifecta, life is absolutely good. You know when life is good as well? We got a partnership with our guys, Underdog. Folks, welcome to this show, man. Listen, over 1 million fans across 33 states get into the game last year by making picks on Underdog. Listen, folks, you guys can win up to 1,000 times your money by choosing higher or lower on your player stat. I don't know what about you guys. Today was a day for you guys to take higher on Josh on everything. And if you did, big time winnings for you guys. Great job. Now, here's the deal, folks. Making picks on Underdog is straightforward, and signing is even easier. So just head over to Underdog's simple-to-use mode app and UnderdogFantasy.com. Sign up to use the promo code BMafia. You guys have seen that before. So sign up with BMafia, and Underdog will give you a free pick to use your first cash pick'em entry, plus up to $1,000 in bonus cash when you deposit. So that's the Underdog Fantasy promo code BMafia to claim your new customer special of a free pick and your deposit after. But hear me out, folks. You got to be 18. 19 plus in Alabama and New England, and 19 plus in Colorado for some games. 21 and over in Massachusetts and Arizona, and present in state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply, but void in Colorado. Concerned with your play? It's easy. Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org. Now, Arizona, you can call 1-800-NEXT-STEP, 1-800-639-8783, or text Next Step to 53342. In New York, call the 24/7 Hope line at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. So go ahead and get on there, folks, and let's get back into this mode here. So as we're looking at what these Bills were able to do offensively, we were able to move the ball on the ground. We were able to methodically move the ball in the air. And we packaged together some things for Dalton Kincaid. I love that Dalton Kincaid got involved. I love that Dawson Knox got a touch in there. So we did some things. Joe Brady, this was a game that folks were watching what Joe Brady was going to do. How was Joe Brady going to concoct a plan to take down the Jets? So in your opinion, did Joe Brady impress you today? Did you like what you saw? Did you like his game plan? It was clear his game plan was to take what the defense gave and run that football. And we established ourselves very well, and I loved what Joe Brady was able to do. Nothing, no trickery, no out of the ordinary plays. And the fact that he got Curtis Samuel involved, the fact that he got Curtis Samuel downfield, it was nice to see. I'd like to see a little bit more Keon Coleman in mismatch situations, put him in the slot at one point, right? Put him, move him around and get him against a smaller DB. Like those things I'd like to see. Hasn't happened yet, but we'll get there. The season is still young somewhat. We're approaching, the next couple of games, the mid-season. So this is where we're going to start to see where they all stand on this team and on this roster and the pecking order. But eventually we'll get there. He's a rookie. We're still trying to figure out things that we can get sorted. But for the most part, I like what we were able to do offensively. Special teams, we talked about Tyler Bass. That's something that Coach McDermott and Brandon Beane will have to address. They're gonna have to address this situation. Either, it's the special team coach having a chat with them, or it's a straight up, you're out of here. And right now, if you go on social media, nobody wants anything to do with Tyler Bass. They're saying leave his ass in New Jersey. And I was one of them. Heat of the moment, you're like, yo, you gotta go. We can't trust you. Like, what's going on? So that being said, the coaching staff, they're gonna keep him. They got money invested in him, and they're gonna keep him. So it's the way the cookie crumbles in this case. But for the most part, you love to see what this team overall was able to do. So big shout out to everything that took place on the field today. I got a comment coming from Jonathan Provost, says, yo, Rico, Aaron Rodgers admitted his post-game interview, the penalty on his sack should have never been called. It was an awful call. It was an absolute awful call. Like, if you don't realize it, AJ Epinesa was also trying to rip the ball. So if you're trying to rip the ball, there's no way you can actually brace yourself on the guy, right? You're trying to rip the ball and trying to get that thing out there. So, and then you call that? This game, sometimes, depending on who the ref is, man, they just protect certain players, man. And Aaron Rodgers being a 40-year-old, I don't care, bro. You 40. Either go retire and do what you do, or get ready to face the music. Get ready to face the music with these Bills. That's just what it comes down to. So we got to face them one more time. So we'll see how that shakes out. But for the most part, not a bad game. Now, I gotta get on these refs, bro. These refs, this game could have ended way sooner. This game could have ended way sooner, but these refs just get involved with this stuff way too much. Way too much. Now, I gotta get something on my chest, man. I gotta get something on my chest because I'm annoyed by this. I think we should all be annoyed by this. And once you guys understand where I'm going with this, you'll see what I'm saying, man. Ladies and gentlemen, there comes a time where enough is enough. Enough is enough. Sean McDermott. I like Sean McDermott. I don't want to like him. I really do. But there comes a time where there's some things that you do is just inexcusable. You just can't. You've got your team ready to roll. It's near the half. Before I even get there, we've seen this play happen before. 4th and 18 against the Minnesota Vikings. Justin Jefferson. We bat that ball down. We get the ball back. Bro, it's over. The game is over. We allow the Vikings to get back in the game by not batting the ball down. Here comes Justin Jefferson with a big-time reception. Let's go back. Arizona Cardinals. DeAndre Hopkins. Kyler Murray rolling left. Mario Addison had him dead to rights. Misses it. Kyler Murray heaves it up. Who goes up there? D-Hop, with which looks like 12 defenders around him. He comes down with it. You got to learn from your mistakes, and that's on coaching as well. You got to tell these guys, man. But at the end of the day, it's these guys that are playing on the field that got to get it done. But this, come on, man. You got AJ Epinesa to the left, guarding absolutely nothing. You got nothing in the backfield, right? Look, all linemen. And you got Breece Hall he's staying there to protect. So what are we doing here? We already have a defender right here if Breece Hall decides to take off. We got you. Greg Rousseau covering sideline. Nobody around him. AJ Epinesa. What is happening? This is atrocious, man. We cannot continue to allow this game should have been handled right at half. We were getting the ball back. We were getting the ball back at half. And you saw the way we were marching the ball, move the ball. Bro, we can't let that shit happen. That's unexcusable. That play call, bro, you got to talk to these guys, man. You got to, bro, if I'm sending 2, I don't care. Fine, I'm sending 2. Man, get everybody back. He's going for, you think he's going for the freaking to try to get time for a field goal? Heck no. There's nobody on the sideline. Get back. I'm sure of it that you and I, as fans watching this, are sick to our stomachs when you see Alan Lazard come down with it. Then you see the ball pop out. You're like, oh, okay, here we go. No. He caught that. Bro, there comes a time with Sean McDermott, man. Bro, like, you got to start giving guys, like, I don't even know what to call because Sean's not on the field. But that play call, nah, man, that's on you, bro. That's on you. 13 seconds, that's on you, bro. 12 men on the field, that's on you, my guy. But the players, somebody said to me, yeah, but you know, all the players that were caught in those games are gone. No, they're not. Cam Lewis is still there. Taron Johnson's still there. They know better. Balls in the air. Bat that down. Bat it down. Taron Johnson sitting here getting comfortable and backing that ass up. I didn't hear Juvenile. Where was Juvenile at? Where'd that track come on? I didn't hear it. What you backing that ass up for? Yo, get up and bat that thing down. He boxing out. Boy, you got 3 defenders sitting there just watching the ball. Bro, I get sick of it. That play, listen, if that play doesn't happen, we bat that. Yo, this is a different landscape of a game. This would be considered a beatdown. The Bills would pour it on the Jets. but it kept it close. Kept it close, man. Yo, I was sick. I was absolutely sick when I saw that play. We can't continue to keep letting these things happen. It's insanity. It's insanity. We let these things happen, and it's insanity, man. Bro, there comes a time where, yo, we got to lock people up. Yo, you're sick, bro. You're sick. If you expect to change and you keep doing the same shit, yo, I'm locking you up. You're going to the loony bin. You're going to the loony bin. It's craziness. Man, I don't want to take away from the big win that we had today, but that play, it should have never happened. And if we defend it the way we're supposed to defend it, bro, we're waxing the Jets. Team that I can't stand, we let them stick around and give them a hope that they can make that happen, man. Shit, he must have heard Juvie. He must have heard Juvie, man. You can't do that. You're ready to make plays happen on the defensive side of the ball, and you sitting there backing it up. Like, what is that about, Taron Johnson? I don't remember hearing that, because that's usually an anthem that shows up. I didn't hear this song. I didn't hear it happening. Usually everybody knows what's happening when this song comes on. I didn't hear it. So what was Taron Johnson doing? Come on, man. Oh, everybody knows when you hear that song what happens. Sick. Maybe the DJ in New MetLife Stadium started playing that song. I don't know. But the last time I checked, when I hear this song, I don't want to see anything happen. I'm no backing it up. Never. Come on, man. In New Orleans, oh, man, I can't play the whole song, man. That shit got me crazy. I saw that, I was like, nah, no way. There's no way. If you go and look at the still shot, go ahead and look at the still shot and look at Taron Johnson. He like this is the worst part. He looking back at it. You looking back at it, Taron Johnson? Nah, bro. Don't look back at it. You can't do that. Pause. He was like this. Bro, burn the picture. If you guys see it, burn it. Don't let that brother see that, man. He gonna get clowned in the locker room. I'm gonna tell you that right now. He gonna get clowned in the locker room. Anyway, I digress. I got that off my chest. I can't stand anytime I see Hail Mary, anything, bro. PTSD, bro. Shoot, man. Taron Johnson, bro, you better than that. But at the end of the day, you know what matters? He made up for it. He absolutely made up for it with that crucial interception. Because if you guys saw what I saw Mike Williams wide open. I was like, no, bro, no. And that's how Mike Williams bum ass slipped. And Taron Johnson came in and scooped it. Good job. You made up for that. You absolutely made up for that. But golly, man, the Jets were fighting. You got to give it to the Jets. The Jets knew what was going on. The Jets knew what was up. They were fighting for it. Aaron Rodgers, 23 for 35, 294 yards, 8 yards a pop. He was moving the ball on us, man. 2 touchdowns with that pick at the end, sacked 3 times, 99 rating. Breece Hall, 18 for 113. Yo, the Jets don't deserve Breece Hall, man. The Jets don't deserve Breece Hall. Bro, Breece Hall had 6.3 yards a pop. I'm sick. But you already know, Breece Hall is a dog. He should have been on the Bills. But I like Ray Davis, so I'm straight. But they don't know and they don't deserve Breece Hall. But anyway, I'll move on from that. Al Lazard, 6 receptions for 114. In what world? In what world? So, listen, Garrett, 8 receptions for 107. Bro, they had a good game, man. They had a good game. But the problem is the Bills, the Jets could not get their act together in the red zone. That is where we won the game. I'm going to be real with you guys. If you look at the stats, statistically, the Jets, they overpowered us, man. They had over 400 yards of total offense? Just shy, 393. 393 of total yards. But their downfall was the red zone. That was our strength. Defensively in the red zone, we tightened up. We absolutely tightened up. And this is where you got to give credit to this defense. There are very much bend but don't break type of defense. Bend but don't break. bend but don't break. You've seen it. We've seen it time and time again. We bend but don't break. These Jets, they pushed it. They pushed. This was their best. They're probably their best offensive performance. Todd Downing, new offensive coordinator, changed it up. He actually had them move the football. He had them moving the football. You gotta give the Jets some credit. They knew what was at stake. They needed to do something. But in the red zone is where that's where they killed themselves. Two ways they killed themselves: red zone and penalties. Obviously, the penalties were hitting us too, but we clamped down in the red zone defense. That's where we won the game. The Bills won the game by doing what they're supposed to do in the red zone. Those two missed field goals. Two of them should have been touchdowns, bro. 2 touchdowns. But we made big, crucial plays, forcing them into field goals, and they initially missed 2 field goals. 2 off the upright? That don't happen. When that happened, folks, I don't know about y'all. I saw that as like, all right, if they're missing 2 field goals and they both hit up the upright, ain't no way the Bills lose this game. If we lose this game, yo, I'm handing in my badge. My fan badge is gone. YouTube shut down. I'm selling Buffalo Fanatics. Go ahead and do your shit. We were not supposed to lose that game. Not supposed to. And here's what I love about this whole situation. We have some games now. Now that we're healthy, we can really do some good things. We got the Titans next. They still got a really good defense. Titans got a solid defense. Offensively, they're not saying much, right? But you can never sleep on any game. Never sleep on any game. But that's a game that is very winnable. Very winnable. But man, oh man, oh man. We'll see. We got to take one game at a time. Walter, what's up, man? So we should give the defense credit because they got gashed for 400 yards. I'd rather them clamp down and hold them like the 4 other teams they faced. I'd like that too. But at the end of the day, my guy, the dub is what matters the most, right? And where we excelled is where we stopped them in the red zone. Red zone defense came in. Now, 400 yards. Do I want to have almost 400 yards of offense on us? Heck no, I don't want to have that. But like I said, we're a very much bend but don't break type of defense. We bend, but we don't break. We've seen it time and time again, where we allow something to happen. All of a sudden, we create a turnover. We give the ball back to the offense, right? Playoffs last year, Jordan Poyer fumbled at the end zone. We give the ball back to the offense. We may have been getting gassed, but when push comes to shove, a play needs to be played. A play needs to be made, the defense makes a play. And that's exactly what happened today. Taron Johnson picked off, end the game, call it a day. Let's roll. Let's absolutely roll. But geez, I don't like having 400 yards of offense put on this defense. I really don't like it. But I mean, listen, we got to do what we got to do. We got to do what we do. So let's go to the team stats today. Team stats. Bills today, 10 passing first downs, 10 rushing first downs. Great job, Ray Davis, right? First down from penalties, 4. Man, these flags were something else today. 4 first downs from penalties alone. The Jets had 3. Third down efficiency for the Bills, 5 for 11. A much bigger improvement than what we've been doing in the past 5 games. Great job. 359 total yards of offense. We had 9 drives, same as the Jets. 6 yards a pop. And Josh going 19 for 25 was solid. We'd love to see that, right? But here's the big one, folks. In the red zone ourselves, we went 3 for 4 in the red zone. 3 for 4 in the red zone. You got to be great with that. The only thing I don't like is 11 penalties for 94 yards. Deion Dawkins, we were 3rd, and I believe we were 3rd and 10. Manageable. Or was it 3rd and 5? Bro, shut your mouth and just get back to the huddle. We're trying to move and win a game here, and you're sitting here yapping your mouth off. You cost us. We had to essentially give the ball back to the Jets. Like, these penalties kill us, and these undisciplined penalties, those are the ones that we got to kill. We got to kill that. You got to kill that noise. Yo, Coach McDermott got to talk to these boys like, yo, y'all were undisciplined today. That could have cost us the game. That could have cost us game, man. Man, that should kill me, man. So we'll see how it all shakes out. But I liked what I saw from us in the red zone. We did what we were supposed to do, and we're only going to get better. We're only going to get better as time goes. But I like what we saw. I like what we saw today in terms of us clamping down and getting the job done. And the job done is getting the dub. We get the dub on the road in New York, and we take a 2-game lead in this AFC East. How could you not be happy about that? Bills go 4-2. Miami's at 2-3. The Jets at 2-4. They fall to 2-4. And the lowly New England Patriots that we faced later on in the year are 1-5. So this is it's a big one, folks. This is a big one. So we just got to continue to stack our wins and keep pushing and really keep pushing. Yo, Buffalo Ownings, man, Dawkins almost did cost us a game, man. Those penalties are crucial. You got to knock it off there. Knucklehead. That's exactly right. Knucklehead stuff by a lot of the guys on the squad, man. We got to chill out. We absolutely got to chill out. Anyway, let me get some of these super chats because I don't want to disrespect y'all. Y'all put some super chats together. So let me read up on those for you. GQ Bob says, yo, I need to call in. Rico. I need to call in. I don't know if it's a little late. It's about 2:00 in the morning for me. So it's about almost 1 for you guys. It's a little late for that. But we got another show tomorrow. So maybe I'll do call-ins on Tuesday show. My man from Blue to Green says, yo, fun game to watch. Glad the Bills got the dub. Tough. Roughing the passer on Rodgers was ridiculous. Bass has to go. Bro, people are starting to sound off on Bass, man. And he keeps missing kicks like that. It's going to continue. It's going to continue. Refs hold us tonight on the 10 on to Tennessee. Yes, we definitely got to get on to Tennessee. Yeah, but the refs are on our ass today, bro. They were on our ass, bro. They just like there are moments that they let the Bills play and they let us play, and there isn't. There was a blatant offensive holding call right in front of the refs on Greg Rousseau. He splits up the middle. You can see him get yanked back, and he puts his hand up, and refs just let that slide. I was like, no, right in front of you, bro. Oh, I see what kind of game it's gonna be. That's crazy to me. Wayman Brown says, yo, DJ Reed was holding Mac's arm on that PI like he was taking him to the prom. Bro, yo, that's facts, man. Yo, Bad needs a bottle of Crown and Xanabar and T.O. to get loose before the game. Bro, I don't know what's up with that, man. I really don't. But that DJ Reed holding a Mac call, they should have gave that. Should have gave that, man. Absolutely. That was a good comment, my man Wayman. Zach Barker says, yo, let's effing go, man. Was giving the Jets fans, oh, shoot, you were at the game? Was giving the Jets fans on 228A a run for their money. Let's effing go, Ray Davis. Ray Davis, now you guys see what I'm talking about when I keep, harping about how good Ray Davis is going to be for this offense. And when I'm hard on James Cook, because I see James Cook could be way better than he is, and it's just the way his game is. Ray Davis gives you something different. So there's this thunder and lightning combination that I think we'll see a lot more of coming soon. Love it. And you don't have to rush James Cook back. Let him rest. Yo, you're gonna rest a little bit more. Ray Davis is gonna take over. Alta Venezuela. What's up, Alt? Yo, people need to calm down, man. One game from Davis and people hating on Cook. Nobody's hating on Cook. Absolutely nobody's hating on Cook. We're saying Cook can chill. At least that's what I'm talking about. I'm saying Cook can chill. He doesn't have to rush back with that turf toe. Turf toe sometimes as minimum from my guy Thigh Doc, he goes minimum a week to as maximum 3 to 4 weeks. So if he needs to take another week or two, we got it. Ty Johnson and Ray Davis got it. And these are the games that we can do. So I'm just saying. But nobody's hating on Cook. Not at all. Signified Note says, I want Tyler Bass cut now. Not tomorrow. Not Wednesday. Right now. I've had it. I don't know what they're going to do with Tyler Bass, bro. Either they're going to hold on to him to the end of the year and then they'll decide in the offseason. That way they have viable choices that they can make via free agency, via draft, a whole bunch of stuff, right? Via USFL, all those things matter. Or they're so fed up with him and his inconsistencies, they say, you got to go. I don't know. That's a tricky situation. And it's not like he just missed one kick here. Bro, he's been missing it since last year. And he hasn't really gotten to a role yet. So I'm not sure what's going on, man. I really don't. But I get your frustration. Eric Peak. What up, Peak? Coaches made Dion run to the tunnel as soon as the game ended. Oh, did they? Was he getting it? I mean, listen, man. I get it. You got the dub. Ain't no, you don't got to yap, man. Your yapping was done on the field within the white lines. You got the win. Yo, just head to the locker room, bro. Ain't no time for extracurricular stuff. Yeah, it's not necessary. Absolutely not necessary. Appreciate you, Eric. Once again, as a big supporter of BF. I love you, man. He comes in and says, yo, Bills grinded for this win. Rare to see. Dogs bark and pups whimper. If we don't have Allen, we don't win. He stole the game multiple times. Rapp and Taryn stepped up. Receiver room needs help. They absolutely do. And Bills were playing nasty out there. Bro, the Bills were playing physical. That's what I wanted to see. I wanted to see a brand of physical football because we were lacking that completely against the Ravens. We lacked it a little bit against the Texans. I think they pushed us around a little bit, the Texans did. So we needed to come out and be physical. And this was a game that it was displayed. We saw it. We saw it from the way we ran the ball. We saw it from the way our offensive line was pushing and creating lanes for Ray Davis. We got to give credit to the O-line. The O-line really stepped their game up in the run game. They really did. And they protected Josh for the most part. Josh had some moments where he ran out of the pocket. But for the most part, he took 2 sacks. And one of those 2 sacks was a run that was just shy of getting over the yard marker. And that's what they credited Quinnen Williams for that sack. But for the most part, not a bad day at the office. The Bills absolutely grinded for this. And they're definitely the dogs that barked today. That's for sure. Loved what I saw from the Bills. Shout out to you, Mr. Eric Peak. I appreciate you, bro. You know that. Yo, Aradam says, yo, horrible call on Epinesa when he sacked, bro. I hated that call, man. I was like, yo, he sacked him. He earned that sack. Don't take it away from him. Don't take it away. And sure enough, they did. So this game, man, that was a crucial 3rd down. That's a crucial 3rd down. And I think they even they got 3 points off that play. So, like, dude, there were some moments that we were the much better team, in my opinion. We were the much better team, the more physical team, and penalties bailed these guys out heavily. I mean, yes, we got some on our end as well, because I'm not going to sit here and not say that we didn't. But to me, if you were to look at both squads, I think they benefited way more than we did on those penalties. It's just things that killed momentum. You just can't have that. You really can't have that. But yeah, horrible call. These refs were something else today. They were on something. They were definitely on something. Yo, what the F was going on with 79 Spencer Brown? Spencer Brown, I must have heard his name get called like 6 times. And no, we had 11 penalties. So at least half of them, I would say half of them were his. Bro, we got to be better, bro. We got to be better. So, I mean, shoot, that's something that he's going to have to clean up. 11 penalties is far too much. I think we had like 4 penalties last week against the Texans, and then we skyrocket up to 11. Yo, this reffing crew was not great. Was not great at all. But Spencer Brown, way too many times I heard that brother's name. Way too many times. Let me get to my man Aradam says 3 penalties. Was it 3? Yeah, he had 3 crucial penalties, but he had at least 2 to 3 more that were in that, man. So, bro, too much, man. Too much. Brandon Wright. Appreciate that super chat, my guy. Yo, what about DK Metcalf? Could that be a possible trade deadline acquisition? Could he fit, and would the numbers work? The numbers will probably work. I'd have to take a look at what his dead cap hit is, but I think the numbers would definitely work. I think what it would come down to is I doubt the Seattle Seahawks will give him up. Because if I'm Seattle, I ain't giving him up. I know people are trying to make a lot of when he got on the phone to talk to his offensive coordinator, and he's like, Grubbs, right? I get it. But I mean, I really can't see that happening. I really can't see that happening. I think let me see what his contract looks like. I'll be curious to see what it looks like. But I can't see the Seattle Seahawks parting ways and trying to trade DK Metcalf. He's too big a piece on that squad. That'd be absolutely wild if we allow that to happen. You got to really think about that. That'd be wild. And if somebody were to do that, shame on them. Shame on them to give up DK Metcalf, because that guy's a specimen. He's an absolute specimen. But here's the thing. You know what you get with these type of players. You know what you're going to get. You're going to get a guy that wants the football. And does Josh have the personality to deal with guys that are strong personalities? I mean, we just saw the team move on from somebody that was like that. So, like, what are we really talking about here? It just wouldn't. It would not make any sense. It would not make any sense for us to even talk about these type of players coming in. We need someone that is. If we're gonna get a receiver, we need a receiver that is humble enough that keeps their mouth shut, and keeps working. So right now, at age 27, DK Metcalf, his base salary is $1.1 million. $1.1 million is his base salary. So it definitely could work. It definitely could work. And right now, he's in his last year of his contract. Not necessarily in his last year, but the team has an option to opt out. And but that's crazy because him opting out would be $21 million cap hit. So I don't know. There's some things that need to be worked out. But right now, if teams were to trade for him, it would not be a bad. It would be. They wouldn't do it. First of all, they wouldn't do it. I'm not even going to entertain it. But it's definitely doable because 2026 is a voidable year. 27 and 28 are voidable years. So next year, his base salary jumps up to $18 million. So either they do something with him now and keep him and give him $18 million and say, hey, are you worth it? 18, he's going to ask for more for sure. Or move on from him now. So this is where we're at, folks. This is where we're at with DK. So he's got a small base salary. So if we really want to make something happen, we could. We absolutely could. But I doubt it. I really doubt it. Aradeb says, I like what Joe Brady did today, but I would love to see more QB draw and run for Allen, those little 2 second and third and 5 plays. Jets didn't really have to worry about that. Josh is our best weapon. Josh had his moments today to take off. He had 9 carries. You guys don't realize that, but Josh today had 9 carries today for 40 yards. And right now, Josh is on pace for another 500-yard season, the way he's been running the football. What did he run for today? Today, Josh, excuse me, I said 40 yards. He ran 9 carries for 18 yards today. 9 carries for 18 yards. So Josh Allen so far this year, I'm curious to see how many yards rushing he's got. So Josh this year, yards rushing, he's got nothing. You know what? It's not as crazy as I thought. I really thought it was going to be way crazier, but it's not as crazy as I thought. So, I mean, not so bad. I thought it was going to be way worse. I really thought it was going to be way worse. But Josh Allen, so far this year, let me see his rush game. His rushing so far this year, he's got 178 yards rushing. 6 games in. So, rounded up to 200 yards. You know what I mean? So, he could probably get 400 or 500 yards. And there's some games where he's really going to go off. So, maybe he doesn't. So he's only got 178 yards rushing, 5 yards a pop, and he's got 3 rushing touchdowns. So far lower than what he had last year. Obviously, 15 was huge. So that's where I stand with Josh. Run him a little more, yes, but he'll take his time. He'll take his spots and run when he needs to. That's the way I look at it. Let's get into another comment here. Taldeen says, watch this game with my dad and my grandfather, who became a fan in 1960. This win feels false and dry. I'll always be a member of the Mafia, no matter what, but I'm concerned. Let me know what you're concerned, man. Let me know what you're concerned about. I mean, it wasn't a pretty win. It was a gritty win, but it wasn't pretty. But not all games are going to be pretty, like when we take down the Dolphins, right? It's not always going to be pretty when we take down some of these teams. Sometimes we're going to have to get some nasty wins. This one was a gritty division game. You've seen it. The Cardinals took down the 49ers, right? That wasn't supposed to happen. The 49ers were supposed to take down the Cardinals. So division games, let's not forget, division games are super, super tough. It's not supposed to be pretty. Sometimes the Bills make it look pretty, but it's definitely not supposed to be pretty, man. So I get it. It wasn't a pretty one, but a win's a win, baby. A win's a win. Ryan Bosworth. What's up, Ryan? Ryan comes in and says, yo, I have a real issue with our pass rush and defending the run. When we blitzed Rodgers, he got flustered. Got to stop dropping into coverage with no rush. See, that's where Babbage comes in, right? Because you do want to respect Aaron Rodgers' arm. You got to respect Aaron Rodgers' arm. Because you saw the Hail Mary today. You give him time, he's got a cannon. At 40 years old, he can still sling that thing. So there's a balance to, show that you're going after him, showing that. But when you have veteran guys like that, they see things coming. I think it was Aaron Rodgers that did it one time where he was orchestrating stuff at the line, and he goes, yeah, you're not coming. I think it was Josh. I think it was Aaron Rodgers. So they can pinpoint things out. So you almost have to masquerade your defense to make it seem like you're doing something when you're really not. But with guys like Aaron Rodgers, it becomes twice as hard to do those things. So Sometimes he moves the protection. Sometimes he makes it audible, right? There's a lot of things that take place. So it looks like we're not getting after quarterback, but sometimes it's a game of chess. These quarterbacks just know what's coming their way. If they watch a lot of film, they know how to mitigate that. Can we do that to Will Levis next week? Heck yeah, we can. If Will Levis is, he's young. He wants to sling that thing. He wants to turn the ball over. So we could get away with a lot more against Will Levis than we will against Aaron Rodgers. It's a veteran savvy guy. So he knows his way around this game, man. He gets it. From Blue to Green says, those missed kicks tonight were courtesy of Ghost of Robert Saleh. Robert Saleh was like, listen, hitting two uprights, that's wild. That's absolutely wild, man. So you did that man dirty. Those kick did you dirty. And it pretty much cost you guys the game. Ouch, that hurts. Greg Westlake, what's up, Greg? Appreciate that super chat, my guy. Really do. Most total yards in a game, rookies this year. Ray Davis, 152. Tyrone Tracy, 130. Marvin Harrison, 130. Look at Ray Davis go. His first opportunity to start the game, and he comes in, and now he's a leading guy with 152 total yards. Love to see it. And I'm glad that Bills fans that have been hearing me talk enough have been saying, Ray Davis, he's going to be that guy. So sweet baby Ray Davis came in and now leads all rookies with 152 total yards, right? Most yards in the game. So good on him. And if he gets another crack at it again next week, maybe he can build on that. Maybe he does. So we'll see how that shakes out and where that takes us. But for the most part, guys, this defense, could they play better? Absolutely. Did they bend a lot? They absolutely did, but they didn't break. And that's what it comes down to at the end of the day. They bent, but did not break and made plays when plays really counted and mattered. It really did. And this defensive performance would have been much better had not been for these costly turnovers. But turnovers happen. Excuse me, not turnovers, the costly penalties. But these penalties happen. What are you going to do? It's just what it is. So we just got to be obviously better. And we'll obviously get better, and we'll have to adjust. And McDermott and Babbage will turn this thing around and get the right guys in the right places and do what they need to do. But don't forget, man, Teron Johnson is just coming back from being laid off for a while. Taron Johnson coming back from being laid off for quite some time. So give these guys a little moment to kind of, shake the rust off. These guys are getting into game shape again. So once these boys get into game shape and do what they're supposed to do, boy, you're laughing. You're absolutely laughing. Then these guys will be back on it and ready to go. So we'll go from there. That throw to Davis was insane. That was, man. But see, what's funny? Tell me if I'm wrong here. Josh Allen does that so often that it's expected. I know it's coming. If he doesn't see what he likes, he's surveying the field, right? He'll either step up or he'll step to the right, stiff arm, and he's looking downfield. And he does it often. He does it at least once or twice a game. And he's been very good at it. Very good. So I get to the point where I'm like, okay, and that's my guy. That's what he does. It's crazy. And it's crazy because those plays they're not like the norm. You're always told, don't throw across your body because that's where you're going to get had. You will get had. So big shout out to Josh and what he does. I don't like it all the time. I'd rather him stay clean in the pocket and deliver from there. But we'll work on that. The one thing that I did, and I'm going to save some for show tomorrow, is Josh Allen. There was a moment where he threw a football. He threw the pass to Kincaid in the middle of the field. And it was an absolute rifle in the middle of the field. Unnecessary. Bro, just give him enough of a lob that he can catch it and turn and go. You rifle that thing right in the middle. It's not like anybody was near him. And it was it. Catch and go down. I'd love for Josh, and this is me being picky, but I'd love for Josh to kind of lead his receivers into yards after the catch. That one was like a rifle. Even Joe Buck and Aikman was like, oh, he put it right on him. Yes, unnecessary, man. Jeez, man, just kind of toss it in there. This brother pretty much tried to kill Kincaid, man. You want him to be back for next week. What did he do? That brother nearly put a hole in his chest. Golly, man. Anyway, I digress. But for the most part, folks, this game was a game that we absolutely needed to win. It was great to see it happen. And I'm looking forward to more of these wins. We got to stack these wins. and guys are getting healthier. Josh is going to lose that glove soon. Once he loses that glove, we're on to it. Let's play the next one. Let's roll. And once this guy starts to get healthy, James Cook comes back, right? We start to get a healthier Curtis Samuel, a healthier Kincaid, right? For the most part, man, this offense will start to kind of get their act together. I just hope that Brandon Beane sees the bigger picture here and that a receiver is needed to be added. Because right now, Marquez Valdez-Scantling is doing nothing for the Bills. He's taking up a roster spot and doing absolutely nothing. So get someone that's going to do something. If you got to move this guy or trade this guy, do it. Because he's doing nothing for us. Absolutely nothing. It's not his fault, but it is his fault. Because there's only 5 receivers that we have active. How could you not have chemistry enough with Josh from the offseason to now to kind of make some things happen, man? It is what it is. Semantics at this point, because right now we have our nucleus receivers. When James Cook returned, he's part of the run. He's part of the pass game. Kincaid, part of the pass game. Obviously, Keon Coleman will eventually get there. And obviously, you got Khalil Shakir. That's our main dog. So we'll see. We'll see what the plan is. What the plan is forward for MVS. Like, he's just absolutely just useless to us. He's doing nothing. He serves us nothing. Did he even have any snaps today? Honestly, I'm honestly like, ask for a trade, my guy. Just say, yo, if you guys are going to use me, man, trade me. Trade me. Because this is getting ridiculous. I bet you if Shavers comes in and replaces him, I think they'll probably make some packages for Shavers. I just don't get what's going on. I really don't. We'll see. We'll see. Thinking 18s, Curtis Samuel as well, Rico. I feel there's still a need and a niche for Curtis Samuel. And Brady just hasn't figured it out yet. I don't know how he hasn't yet, because it's not like he's brand new to Curtis Samuel. You know him. He was essentially brought in because of you, because of your history. So how are you guys not figuring some things out? Today was the most active Curtis Samuel's been. I need more. Now, there was a pass that Josh could have put a little better for Curtis Samuel in the end zone. It was a little inaccurate, but at the same time, if you adjust yourself, it's possible to catch it. But it was a tough throw and catch. But I love the fact that they were targeting Curtis Samuel, and not just laterally, but more vertically. That's what I needed to see. And Joe Brady answered that call. Now, were there some things that I'd like to see more from Joe Brady? Absolutely. I'd like to see more packages for Keon Coleman. Find him the mismatch. Find Kincaid the mismatch. It's all about finding the mismatching and doing those things. But for the most part, I think we did relatively well. I think the defense needs to clean up a little bit, but we'll get there. We'll get there, man. We're starting to get healthy right now. We're starting to get our act together. So we'll take it, man. A dub is what matters. Like we said, we could have easily lost this game. Went 3-3 with a 3-game losing streak. But now we've completely swung this thing around. We go to 4-2 with a 2-game lead. We break that losing streak, and now we can start building on those wins. I'll take that, baby. I'll take that all day, man. I'll take that all day. So, folks, it's late. It's 2:00 in the morning for me. I got to be on the road and on a plane tomorrow. I'm back in hotels again this week, so I got to pack all my stuff and get this thing cracking. But for the most part, my last sharing, let me share my last piece with you guys before I get out of here. Wins are extremely difficult to come across in this league. You saw it today. The Jets were not going to lay down and give it up. They had their best offensive performance all year. And of course, they saved it for the Bills, right? They had their best offensive performance year. So at the end of the day, this is what's going to take. Everybody's going to give us their best. Everybody's going to give us their best. The Titans are going to give us their best. I think they earned the win last week, so they're probably feeling good. But now you're going up against the Bills. So it's a different ballgame. Will Levis meet the Bills? We'll see how that all shakes out at the end of the day. So that being said, folks, that's it. The Bills cap off. They're 4-2, first in the AFC, and in the standings. When it comes to it, let me just see what we're looking like in the standings, the full standings here. So we're amongst some of the top dogs in the league, man. So we'll have to wait for our Wednesday show to see where the Bills rank in terms of the Power 10. But right now, the Bills are the top 4 teams. So if the playoffs were to start right now today, it's Kansas City, Houston, Baltimore, Buffalo, Pittsburgh, and Los Angeles, and the Indianapolis Colts at 3-3. Both the Denver Colts and the Broncos are both 3-3. Buddy, just keep putting the chat. Just keep stacking dubs, man. Keep stacking dubs, and when it's time to go, it's time to fly. We handle business. That's all we got to do, man. Get healthy, put points on the board, and keep it rolling. The Bills are number 4 in the AFC altogether, number 1 in the AFC East, and we'll take it. And we'll take it. So, folks, enjoy your evening. If you guys don't see me live tomorrow, it'll probably be Z-Bot going live because he didn't have a chance to go live tonight, or he might go live during the day tomorrow. If I know my man Z-Bot, he's so amped up and jacked up, he'll probably end up going live on tomorrow afternoon or tomorrow night. We'll figure that out, and then we will go from there. But, man, we got the win. We got the dub. That's all that matters, folks. At the end of the day, that's all that matters. Because if we lost this game in the same fashion, we'd be pissed. We'd be calling for heads. We'd be saying this guy needs to be fired. This guy's blows. This guy this guy that. What's wrong with Josh? But it softens the blow when we win. Are the things that the Bills need to clean up? Yes, they do. We know they do. Them penalties were nasty work. Too many penalties. Undisciplined. So we got the win. That's what matters. Because right now, Twitter would have been obliterating the Bills. Me included. If we lost this game, I would have said, yo, get Bass out of here, which we still are, but we're trying to give him a little grace because he did hit a field goal that got us the win, but it was less than 29 yards. Let's cut it out. And it was a penalty that brought the kick even closer. So it's probably like a 24-yard field goal. But for the most part, we got the win. So let's enjoy it. Let's enjoy the rest of the week with the Bills winning, especially winning against the Jets. So any Jets fans you have that I'm going to call my buddy, that's always about, and it's another Jets first step, bro. I'm calling that boy and saying, hey, man, how you feel? How many first downs did the Jets get? Oh, it didn't matter because you guys lost. That's exactly right. But anyway, you guys will never you'll never listen to the Juvenile song ever the same again, because every time you play Juvenile, all you're going to think of is Taron Johnson backing that ass up on Alan Lazard, and Alan Lazard getting that catch. I'm sick. I'm still sick thinking about it right now. Anyway, I digress. You guys have yourself a fantastic evening, and we'll catch you guys on the flip side. It's late. I got to get some sleep. You guys got to get some sleep, and we'll go from there. I look tired, man. But you know what? I love this too much for me not to get that therapy out in me. It's a win. It would have been a lot worse. It would have been a lot worse if we lost, but we won. So we can take some solace in knowing that some good things are coming our way. We're getting healthier, and we're going to get better. So that being said, do me a favor, smash that like while you guys are here. If you guys have not downloaded the Autograph app, go ahead and download that Autograph app. You guys already know what time it is. It's simple to download. Just go ahead and look for that symbol, the A, Autograph. Download that, and you guys let them know the Buffalo Bills, the Buffalo Fanatics sent you guys. Use the code Buffalo Fanatics. YouTube, articles, jerseys, fan points, you name it, it's all there. And it's really good because it gets you the one-stop shop for everything. One of the best apps that are out there. Go ahead and get that Autograph app ASAP. So that being said, folks, that's my time. You guys enjoy yourself. Have yourself a great week. And we'll catch you guys on the flip side. And until next time, it's your boy Rico. And we'll catch you guys later. Peace. Let me end the stream for me. I like to kind of get my rock on a little bit before I go. You guys have yourself a great night. Catch you guys. Peace, boys.